services and you get movies from them. I don't see why it would be a big change in the way they do business if they offered more of adult things as far as streaming or exclusivity of the actresses or things of that nature. You think there'd be an issue with that, Alice?
Considering that Amazon doesn't know how to filter its content already, I mean, actually, during this show,
Okay,
I'm not even kidding when I say this. So in the past, I've been banned from Amazon. And actually, as we were recording, I just got another email saying that my crayons have yet again been banned from Amazon. So I keep being banned off there, and they can't control crayons.
Man. Are you serious? It's banned for what? Offensive speech?
Yeah. Actually, I'm not even kidding you. The first legal letter I got from them was because I offended, and I can't make this up because it's so beautiful. I was offending children and Caucasians.
Children.
Wow.
The first children.
Hold on, let's get out the first pack. The white crayon,
I gotta tell you,
called
man.
Privilege.
Privilege. I like that actually.
Yeah.
I can see a bunch of 2-year-olds writing, fuck that bitch and her fucking white privilege crayon. Yeah, I can see that happening right now.
Let's see. Your parents' divorce was your fault, Peach.
That was probably true though. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I don't know why that was offensive. That one's probably 90% of the time. Yeah.
I mean, I may or may not have said that the crayons were made in a sweatshop by like the fingers of a 6-year-old. It's not. It's not
they make
untrue.
a quarter an hour.
Well, see, you could have
she's generous.
You could have said they were made out of the fingers of the 6-year-old.
They got medical. They get Band-Aids.
Body fat, the wax is so much better.
They're just so nimble.
I don't know why people have offense to this shit. I don't get it. See, I'm actually outraged by this. Can you tell? Yeah, there's outrage. That's what outrage looks like. But I
Here's
don't get
the
it.
sad thing is there are some
offended.
colors that I won't say on the air because I'm like, I don't want someone to take that out of context and get me canceled. How sad is that?
They'll do that too. No, they'll do that. They'll all they hear is like one specific thing. In fact, Kyle likes to tell a story where he was rapping along to some song, and of course that special word was coming into it. And he's thinking, "Can I get away with it? Can I get away with it? No, I can't do it." Decided not to say. Probably a wise decision.
Like breast cancer awareness is a scam. Pink.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
I'm sorry I couldn't say Susan G. Corman Foundation.
That's one of the rules, right? Is no corporations.
No, what was it about corporations?
Isn't one of the rules with naming these that you can't name put any specific names for corporations on them or?
Exactly. So
that
that's
makes sense.
One
so you can't say Pepsi sucks or something like that. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay. Well,
so people kept giving me names, and I said, "Yeah, I don't want to get sued."
Yeah, I feel bad about the one that I know I named in this pack, so I'm not even gonna say which one it is. There's one, and it's it's a doozy.
Is there one called "What color is your ass hair"? Because people are actually in the live chat. They want to start a business. They're talking about this live chat right now. If they're saying if you're not sure what color your asshole hair is, they're going to start a business where you can actually show it to them, and they'll tell you what it is. If you can't look for yourself, you don't want to look for yourself. So hey, whatever. That's entrepreneurship right there. You can make fortune with that. Send us your asshole. We'll tell you what your color hair is.
I still have a very fond connection to Miscarriage Maroon. That one, it got me through a hard time in my life. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
that's what I get the most shit about.
Can you give us a ballpark of how many of these actually sell?
I do sell a fair amount of them. I'm actually I'm really excited about a potential partnership that I can't announce yet. But if it happens, then you'll be seeing a lot more of the crayons, ideally, hopefully. But we do sell them also in globally, as well as we're in some stores, even like Menkind, which is a Spencer's of UK. They're all on board with selling our crayons, as well as a number of different websites online. So, but we have everything at offensivecrayons.com. But my favorite is when people send in color names. Now, I've actually created a little bit of a guidebook. There's 7 rules I found to creating a really good name.
Yeah.
Can
you give us one? A hint?
Oh yeah, I'll give you all 7. So
awesome.
just really quickly. Yeah. So number 1, does it offend anyone or make a point?
That has to be a yes. Has to be, or why bother?
Exactly. So I'll have a lot of people who say something like placenta pink. I'm like, all right, okay, so where are we going with this?
What is offensive about a placenta pill pink, on the other hand?
Ooh, there you go.
Oh, you know that's going to be a crayon, and you're welcome.
Edible placenta and a salad or something green? I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
Placenta and avocado toast is the new.
There you go. Hey, that's all the rage among millennials. Yeah.
Yeah, it's how the kids are making babies these days. Is they're eating the afterbirth just like gerbils.
Bacon, lettuce, placenta.
I was told this and before. Oh, actually, you know what? I'll save it. Finish the other 6. Because I'm curious about them. I'm going to ask you guys something that I heard is a true story. I still have my doubts about it, but since you two are the porn experts, you probably would be the people to go to ask for this. But what are the other 6, Alice?
Is there a joke or at least an alliteration to make it sound fun? Is it topical? Because the fact is that if it's topical, then no one's going to care 2 years or even 2 months from now. I once had a color called United Red Eye when United was beating the shit out of their customers. No one remembers that.
So if you so you'd have just like sphincter silver for like alliteration, right?
Yeah, so I mean, it sounds good, but again, offend someone, make a
it doesn't
point.
offend anybody. Yeah,
like someone will be offended by the fact that the word sphincter exists. How dare you name a delightful body part? But that's not like it's not quite. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Will I get sued for using this person, organization's name? If it's super political, it's likely topical, so it probably won't work. And then let's see, the last 2 are basically, does a joke about X group already exist in a set? Which a lot of times people will send me jokes I've already made. But my favorite rule is, will the dumbest person I know get the joke?
That has to be rule number 1, actually, I think. Yeah.
That's I would say that's a good rule for a lot of, yeah.
Yeah. So, for example, the alternative names for the black crayon. So the black crayon, I settled on Lives Matter. And so the 2 alternatives, yeah, it felt relevant, especially if we're going to pair it with privilege.
I like the privilege one for your white crayon. That one actually works really well.
Yeah.
The 2 alternatives for black was just calling it black.
Which feels like it would have been a little too I feel like there might have been more phone calls than for the Lives Matter. Yeah, very meta.
Yeah, like on the
look, like I said, it doesn't matter what you say. People get offended. For example, Kyle can say he likes gay men. Nobody cares a crap, right? I say I like black women, and the whole live chat goes fucking nuts, right? I swear to God, they talk about this for like 5 hours. Look at Steve. I'm like, so what? Why? Well, how is that offensive that I happen to say that I happen to like black women? What possible motive would somebody have to think that is an offensive comment? I don't get it.
How dare you think they're gorgeous?
Well, some people take it as a fetishization, and I think that unless, yeah, I mean, I think some people, if they have a preference for, they automatically see that as fetishizing the person, gender, et cetera, and it's like, no, I think someone could just be like this. I'm looking for a personality within this subset of people that I'm more attracted to.
Yeah, I don't think that's fetishization at all. Actually, I mean, in fact, I don't even know what certain fetishes are. When I talk to Brittany and she tells me what she encounters in her little circles, I'm the most vanilla motherfucker on the planet, right? I mean, I didn't know half this shit existed. Right? I mean, Ian, you obviously checked out some of these things. Have you ever gone to a site and said, "Holy shit, that cannot be freaking real"? People cannot actually be doing that, and yet it's a fetish and a niche. Yeah.
The craziest part. Oh, I was just going to say the craziest part is not only seeing it on a website, but then finding out, that maybe even someone you knew in real life is really into these things, not in a judgmental way, but just holy crap, that's real.
Yes.
Look, I'm just saying I haven't gotten over pterodactyl porn. That's still stuck in my.
I learned about that ages ago.
Yeah, it's still one of the weirder. Like the thing with the pterodactyl porn is that they would occasionally flap. They'd flap their little pterodactyl costume wings, and I haven't. Goddamn, the Germans make some interesting stuff.
You're forgetting the hand puppet.
I was trying to forget, but yeah, that was
now you're gonna give her nightmares.
Some things in night dreams were the cream of wheat box.
All right, so let me ask you this. I'm gonna talk. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, if you ever want to watch something interesting and/or, we're gonna just go with interesting. It's a woman who's cleaning dishes, and she decides to have a little fun by blowing a life-size box of cream of wheat to the tune of Old Man River that's being played on a saxophone by a piece of toast in the background.
Okay.
They did some weird shit in the 70s, and we're here for it.
Was it? Oh wait, was this the 70s or was something like done last week?
70s. It was, and this was Night Dreams. It was one of the earlier ones that we reviewed. So who knows how bad we sounded? But man, that was that one made me go, yeah, we need to not do the experimental shit for a while. I need to see some more assholes stuffed with 2 fists at a time before I'm ready to go back to somebody being fucked with a jack in the box.
All the other
so I'm
gonna
ask you something. Go ahead, and then I want to get into these movies real quick. I'm looking at some of these names.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, you gotta have a lot of respect for someone that's nailed it down to that exact detail. That she knows what she wants, man.
Hey, I literally just found out that there's actually courses that you can take for it. Brittany told me there's actually courses you can take in fisting. I'm like, wait, you have to first of all go learn this? And then what's it? I mean, this is like a course you can take, really? I guess so. So here's what I answer this question, or ask you this question that I really don't get. Now, you tell me if this is true. You guys are women, so you get this right up your purview. Hopefully, you can tell me if this is true or not. I have been told that and again, anecdotal evidence, that a large majority of men, for whatever reason, actually have no idea if their life depended on it and how to find a clitoris. Is that true? If you actually
majority of men yet, I'm working on it. But I think people have a much easier time finding the clitoris than they think they do, because even like there are women who have vaginal orgasms as opposed to clitoral orgasms. And when they in general, when they're having a vaginal orgasm, it's from the clitoris being hit from all the pressure just from banging. So that's like everyone in some way, when you're just rubbing around down there, one of the terms for this would be tribbing. It's a thing that a lot of lesbians do to rub all their stuff together. Anyways, there's
sign language here. Sign language.
It's like basically if you're rubbing about 2 inches above the butthole, eventually you're gonna find a spot that makes her scream in a happy way. Stick to that spot. Look up an anatomy chart.
I mean, Alice, what about you? Do you think that? I mean, have you had guys that didn't know what the fuck it was?
So let me put it this way. So I'm going to be the controversial one here and say that I feel like, oh man, I'm going to get so much hate mail for this. I feel like a lot of people.
We're going to give you her email here in a second, people. So write to her about
email
this.
Us, info@twogirlsonemic.com.
We will take all your hate mail. It's okay. We'll take your questions, your hate mail, not your dick pics, though. If you send us your dick pics, we will talk about your dick pics on the air, and we will send them to your mother.
You may like that, though. Yeah.
Oh, God.
But here's why I say, look, I feel like there are a lot of people who don't know anatomy. I had a girl I was hanging out with this weekend, and don't know how we got into this topic, but I had to convince her that she did not pee out of her clitoris. So
yeah, I have. You know what? You're right. I had this argument with people too.
No, you're not getting away with that. Credit. No, that can't be true.
Yeah, you're right. I try to. I overestimated, to paraphrase George Bush.
Was she a flat earther too?
She was fairly smart for the most part, even a lawyer. But,
I've met plenty of people who have that same thought.
No, Steve, though, this shit is real. Like, best friend, right? Best friend for 20 years. The year I decided to go over to Thanksgiving with him, we actually got to be part of the process where his grandparents found out that the reason that it's hurt so much all these years is because he was actually trying to fuck her clit and not her pussy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
My God.
There's so many problems with that, what you just said. Now, see, I understand maybe that a guy may not, or even a woman may not know where a G spot is, right? Because, if there is a myth, I think there actually is, because if you try hard enough, you can find a spot that actually works. But I can understand.